All right, all right. Let's do a brief audio and visual check. How's everybody doing? How are you, Coach Jay, on a beautiful Wednesday night? How are you, Coach?
Doing good, Coach Dakota. Doing good. How are you? Sounds good over here. Looks better. So we are good to go. Welcome to Slow Markets.
It's been a heck of a day. I'll let you kick this one off, Jay. It is Wednesday night. So if you are so willing to demonstrate to traders after we do the risk disclosure about sharing the stats. So it is Wednesday, and Wednesdays with Coach Jay and I, we will be going over some trader submission stats. So if you want your stats reviewed, we'll show you here in just a moment. But before we jump in, as always, welcome to Slow Markets. And I'm Coach Dakota. To my right, your left, my right. Just next to me is Coach Jay. Everything we go over is for educational purposes only. It is not a singles class. It's not financial advice. There's our Top Step risk disclosure, as always, in the chat. It'll be posted there a few times throughout the night. And Coach Jay, if you want to demonstrate how to share your statistics, and I will show them, I'll show the audience where to share it. It's on the Topstep Discord, or you could just tag me on X.
So
Twitter.
To share your stats, on the left side on Topstep X, you have this performance stats link, 3 icons down on the left side. You're going to click on that and then click the share button, this radio button here. Click copy link and post that link in the chat. Actually, we're not going to put him in the chat. We're going to put him in Dakota's Discord or tag us on X. Today is Wednesday, so we will be reviewing trades. And no, I did not dye my hair. Something's going on with my lighting where I get this weird kind of glow around my head. I thought about it, but nah, I'm too damn old to be dye my hair.
As soon as I figure out how to share this thing, so you guys were hearing order filled, and I was shorting gold in a personal account. I shorted like 10 minis from 780. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, I got in the full position, Jay. But one second, give me a second while I try and figure out how to get copy link. Here we go. There it is in the YouTube chat. That is where you want to share your statistics, or just like hashtag slow markets, you could just tag me on the social media. There it is. I'll post them a few times throughout the evening. What is that? What are you showing? You representing?
Oakland Torch was wondering what I was doing a couple of Friday. Actually, it was a Saturday. I was at a football game. I bought this shirt in a parking lot. Shout out to the guys selling shirts in the parking lot. It's a $10 shirt. I like it though. It's comfortable.
Okay.
It's easy to throw on.
I like it. So yeah, we'll go through and we'll review some statistics probably midway, halfway, once we go through our rapid fire. Coach Jay, I'll let you kick this off. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of a few housekeeping things on my end with the gold and kick it off. How was your trading day? What were you seeing? I know there's a lot of panic this morning. Where there's panic, there's opportunities, and take us away.
So this morning, what I was seeing, we talked about it during At the Buzzer and during the opening call this morning, but this high volume candle from yesterday's price action. So today's Wednesday, Tuesday's price action on the 30-minute chart in the NASDAQ had the potential to be the range for the day. So looking at this range, 24,880 down to 24,780. Also on the 30-minute chart, you guys know I like to look at the 200 moving average, which is this white line right here. It was right around 24,830s when we opened up this morning. Got in short. So we had the New York session open up right around those 880s. We pushed up and rejected at 900s. Posted about this on Instagram, so I will share my Instagram as well. But we didn't have volume. You guys know everything I do is based on volume. VWAP from the New York session never traded above 880s, which told me that this was an opportunity to short when we rejected 900. So got in short 3 contracts, 3 minis at 881, risking above 900, so about $1,200 worth of risk. I did not expect a $200 sell-off in the NASDAQ, Dakota. I took my 40 points and I got out of the market. But this was a hell of a move to the downside in the NASDAQ. We held this VWAP the entire way down, sold off to all the way to 24,627. There may be, and we can talk about it, there may be some potential for another move to the downside. I'm watching for a similar reaction in the NASDAQ around 24,800. If we look on a higher time frame, and we talked about this during At the Buzzer, but every 100-point level in the NASDAQ over the past 2 days, we've been kind of stair-stepping lower on a higher time frame. We rejected at 25,000s. This morning was 24,900. And today we're opening below 24,800. So if I see a similar reaction to 24,800, ideally near the New York session, because it gives us the higher probability of follow through on a move, I will be looking for the same trade. If we have buying pressure above 800s, then no trade, no short, probably a better long, because this is a buy the dip market. But for right now, we are seeing a decent pullback. We got some data out tomorrow that is a potential catalyst for volatility. But yeah, really good, short today in a market that's in an uptrend, right?
Yeah.
Healthy pullback. We got a bounce, but nice short today.
It still wasn't. I still want a deeper pullback, to be honest. So if we switch into my screen,
I'm with you.
I'll show you what I'm looking at on the daily. This is the kind of pullback that I'm looking for. Something that we've seen, 3 times back here in August and beginning of September. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, we had something similar. September 16th, 17th, we had to pull back and just straight up right back higher. I'd love to see a deeper pullback. Today, it seemed like everyone was just very surprised. Oh my man, this is the top's in. The market's selling off. It's so dramatic. And, as we start to zoom in, what's happened? We just kind of came back down here to that resistance level on the last pullback. Lower 600s, tapped that, bounced right off of it. And we bounced, we finished up much higher than I expected to, much higher than expected. During the New York session, we were talking about this head and shoulders, and sure enough, it worked, right? It worked. We broke down. We tested that pivot that we was talking about, this pivot right here at these lower 600s. We just bounced off that, and buyers stepped in. So here's what I'm going to be looking for, Jay, tonight and tomorrow. We do have unemployment claims tomorrow, which is going to be very important to this market. I'm curious if we come up and retest this neckline and then we get continuation. That's what I'd love to see. I'd like to see that. Maybe we come up, test this neckline, unemployment comes out, and maybe we push lower. That's a bold prediction. That's something I would like from a technical standpoint. So maybe if you're still looking for shorts, maybe there's an opportunity around this neckline where we started to break down. Now it's a zone. How do you draw this neckline? Is it like this? Is it like that? It just depends on how you want to draw it. So definitely now we're starting to see some technical structure, some technical patterns coming into play. Now that we're off the all-time highs and we could look left and we have market structure to put trades around, which is nice. It's nice. I love this. I like this. This is what technical traders love to see: technical patterns, support and resistance off of these all-time highs. But so far, that's what I'm seeing. I'm going to be curious to see if what was support and if this support becomes resistance. Let's zoom into a 5-minute chart and we can look and break down today's price action. We all seen fast markets. I was trying to play the range right here. It worked out really well until we did end up just having a just straight out breakdown. It took some losses, but I ended up the day green. So paper cuts up 470. So it was a good buy the dip day for me, and the trend continues. I enjoyed today's price action. We sold off. I was patient, waited, and then guess what? I bought the dip, and you want to see a beautiful example of a 3-bar reversal here again, right there at those 640s, right at that major support resistance level. And it came at a great time. And sure enough, after that, we just continue to push higher, chopped around. And it looks like tonight we are pushing higher tonight. I got to get these drawing tools. So if we look at where did we open? We opened, we kind of basically closed and opened right around these 740s. And we are pushing the 777s, 24,000 777s. This is where we started to break down during the New York session, during fast markets, around the same area. And you can see we're starting to get ready to bump up against this low. So it's going to be interesting if this can be an area of resistance or if we could just break through and push above it. Unemployment claims tomorrow, like I said, it's going to be a big one. I think the market's going to put more emphasis on this market, more of a magnifying glass on the initial jobless claims than previous. We also have more Fed speakers. I mean, they're just look at all these speakers. Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Speakers, GDP, jobless claims.
Yeah.
There's a ton of catalysts to end the week. If you didn't get enough volatility, home sales, Costco earnings, it's a ton on the calendar.
Yeah, and then top that off, Friday we have inflation data, and that's going to be a big one. And then more speakers. So Thursday and Friday, those are the 2 big days of the week. So let's see. Maybe we can actually see a big trend day. Was today a big trend day? I'm going to mark that off as no. NASDAQ didn't even get down 1%, did it? Or we were close?
It was an average daily ATR day, 240-ish points. When the daily ATR is 255, actually a little bit extended, 280 points about. So a little bit over average, but no, not a huge trend day, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It felt like it was crazy.
Yeah.
But no. Let's take a look now at gold. I was just talking about how I was in a short from 780. Not in this, but in my personal. So we had a kind of a pullback day here in gold. We hit 3,800, and one day we had a pullback. I'm actually looking for a deeper pullback, or at least a test of these 730s. We did come down there. I don't want to say I need, but this technically similar to the NASDAQ, where we had a nice reversal, a nice breakdown, and I'm looking for a further. The daily doesn't really do it justice on not needing, but looking for a deeper pullback. The hourly chart is where my setup was, or is, I guess. Very similar. We had a lower high, right? Lower high, kind of a lot of selling pressure. And then this is a major support, and we came up, we touched it. We are starting to reject here. So I'm looking for at least another leg lower. Maybe we come down and test some type of market structure. Maybe we test these 62s. Maybe we test some type of some lower, gets that market structure, make a higher low if we did want to continue higher. So I'm just looking for a leg down here tonight. I'm going to be out of any position before the jobless claims, but we'll see if gold could sell off a little bit. We are up, how much? Gold's up, 0.29% already tonight, so almost 0.3. I can definitely see sellers stepping in. We do have the top of the hour coming in about 13 minutes, and we can see a spike in volatility on the 5-minute chart. You can kind of see it a little bit more cleaner. We have that support, like I was referring to the NASDAQ. Will this support become resistance? I seen a little bit of consolidation here on the 5-minute, and then as we start to break down, I was looking at these 3780s, looking maybe, see if we can push lower. I could be completely wrong. Let's watch it. Thoughts on gold, Jay? Switch over to your charts.
So on the 30-minute in gold, that pullback that we had today, gold got pretty aggressive to the downside, but we stopped right at this 200 moving average on the 30-minute chart. Anyone who watches at the buzzer, what is that white line? That is a 200 moving average on the 30-minute chart. Stopped to the tick and turned around. What I'm looking at in gold here, Dakota, especially going into the volatility we're getting ready to see, framing out again these high volume candles here on the 30-minute. There's 2 of them that I'm looking at. The highest volume, the low of it is 37.85. As long as we don't see any volume for the current session trade in that, I do like shorts maybe back down to that 200 moving average, 37.53. But there's also this candle here, which we're kind of sitting at the middle of. So 37.85 is my line in the sand kind of in gold. Okay. I probably want to be long above that if we get volume pressure, but if we trade price above that with no volume, I think that'd be a good spot to look for continuation short.
I like it. Well, the question in chat says, first time to see Dakota trading 58 times. So I've been getting this comment so much since I started trading micros, and
scaling in and out.
That's scaling in and out. I trade 5 micros at a time, scaling in, scaling out. 5 mic, that could easily be 5 trades. I think it was a total of 10 trades, scaling in and out, 5 to 10 micros. And yeah, like there was one where I had 80 and someone looks at that and yeah, it says 80 trades. But remember, when you scale in and out using micros or any platform will count it as like, hey, instead of one trade, it was 5. Yeah, yep. Other than that, if I ever got to 80 individual trades by itself, ooh, yeah, then definitely red flag. Shout out, I'm over trading for sure. Sorry, get back to that gold if you don't mind.
All good.
Go ahead.
Right now, what I'm looking for is, that market day, Shanghai session to open up. We know that that's where that spike of volume is going to come from. Looking to see how they trade around these 85s, if at all. We get up there. I do like a little bit of a sell-off here in gold, maybe back down to 60s. But I want to see how Shanghai, they've really been starting the day in gold. So just curious to see how that happens in the next 10 minutes or so.
Brian, no, not 80 trades. Got it. Not 80 trades.
got a question here from
yeah.
Purple Tip in the chat. I'd be careful saying some of these names. Jay, do you ever feel late to the trade when waiting for volume to enter? No. It's the reason I like to wait for volume, especially on some of these reversals, is there's added confirmation when we get a reversal, right? So a lot of times the first thing I'm doing is identifying where that high volume is. And then my job is to, like, for example, this trade right here, or this price action right here, we get high volume. My job is not to try to figure out how to trade the low of this move or the high of this move right away, because the high volume creates that move. I don't. So what I would do is attach a VWAP to it. This one's flat. So now if I'm being patient, and this is a 30-minute chart, this could be a 3-minute, this could be a 5-minute, this could be a 30-minute, a daily chart. My job when this VWAP is flat is to wait for opportunities near these extremes, because the volume showed me what it has the potential to do, and then trade around there. So I never feel late. Sometimes, you wish you could get in at a higher low of the move, but I've accepted that those highs and lows aren't meant for me. And if I do my job of taking the piece of the middle of the move, there's still a lot of opportunity there. So, yeah, nope, don't feel late.
Everyone's hearing my trade getting filled here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna take this here on my XFA. Let me switch over to micros because I'm liking this setup.
Order filled.
I'll take 3 micros here on the gold. I like short gold. This is the trade setup, chat. This is the trade setup. This is what you hear. This is what you hear. Order filled. Order filled. I'm short gold. Looking for a push lower. And I'm going to scale into this. I'm going to scale into this. So even though this is one trade, you're going to see this as like 10. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, yes, dangerous. This is right here on this Topstep account. I also took it in my personal. The way I trade my personal is the same way I trade my Topstep account. So what you see on Topstep TV is the same way I view this market. And it's just the only difference is size. The only difference is size. I'm short 10 minis on the personal, and I'm short 3 micros here on this account. Sorry.
I was in a short crude oil in another account. I have 2 XFAs on Topstep, and I just realized I had my trailing personal daily loss limit set to realized gains of $300, and it stopped me out already. So that account's locked for the day.
Hey, every maybe there's like 3 exceptions this month. Every day I've just started in the red. I was talking about it last night with Baron. I'm like, maybe I just fake like I take my first trade and then just wait and take my second. But then the next trade is going to be the banger. We got traders asking, why did I get in this trade? I just went over it, but I could go over it again. So on this hourly chart, we had a breakdown in gold, lower highs, and we had very nice support here at these 3780s. And I'm looking for this market to push back down and either make a higher low or continue lower. So I'm looking for what was support to become resistance. That's why I took this trade.
Who's taking trades and keeping them a secret? That's pretty funny. I do like this gold short. I'm looking for maybe a reaction at 85s, but let's see what this brings us. 5 minutes until Shanghai open.
Yes. Yep. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We'll see some volatility. We'll see. We'll see how this one works out. I like it. I might build a bigger position here.
What are you guys looking at, chat? Anybody in a trade right now? Some of the currencies had a huge sell-off. I haven't looked at the Japanese yen in a while, but down about 1% today. Could give us a nice rebound trade here potentially. I know the dollar had a nice move to the upside today. Kind of saw gold sell, the currency sell as well. But currency is an interesting trade right now. Looking at the euro as well.
Have you still been watching currencies during At the Buzzer?
So the euro, we've been watching the euro, not so much the yen. The euro, Coach Paul pays a lot of attention to. It's just been in an uptrend over the past, half a year.
Okay.
With the dollar selling off, so it's an interesting one for sure. And with the we had a pretty heavy sell off today in the currencies, but down to a level that has been support. So just kind of looking at there might be an opportunity here. I don't look at them often, but when they have big days like that, usually we see some type of reversal of that or retracement of that move. So just looking, I think if I took a euro trade, I'd probably risk about 0.25%.
Okay.
For a 1-to-1 trade, but I got to see what that risk looks like.
I like it. I mean, and those for those who are new here at Topstep or tuning in for the very first time, if you do have some type of a Forex background or trading currencies, yes, you can trade currency futures here at Topstep. You can see that's what Jay has up. There's not a lot of traders. I don't trade it myself personally. Jay, you do. You talk about it for At the Buzzer. Some of the coaches here talk about it, and we've seen some very successful traders find opportunities in these currency futures.
Who was that? G Money says caught that sell-off on the euro. There we go. We got a euro trader in the chat. That was a pretty nice move there in the euro. Got under that 200 moving average on the 30-minute and just got going. So there are 36 different markets we could trade with Topstep accounts. We say it during At the Buzzer all the time. Do I suggest trading all 36 of them or trying to figure out what each one does? Probably not. I don't know how many traders we have trading the 5-year treasury product, but there are some decent markets out there to trade. But right now you're in gold and coming up on that Shanghai Open.
Yes. Yeah, we got 3 minutes. I'm short 3 micros here. My stop loss, I'm going to have it up just a little bit more, right above 37.90. And that'll give me some room to scale into this. I want to scale into this. We'll see how it opens. I know last night when I was on with Baron, and then Jaron was trading in the background too, we had a sweep higher and then a little bit of a sell-off. Let's see what happens tonight. Is my stop loss a better entry? Am I going to start in the red again? I don't know. We'll see. And then after this trade, after we get this set up, like I said, if you've missed it or if you're tuning in just now, Coach Jay and I, it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, and so we review trader statistics. We review trader statistics here on Wednesday night. We try and get through as many as we can as we have moments in this market if we're not in a trade. But there you go. Tag me in it. You can do hashtag slow market. If not, you can go ahead and post your statistics in the Topstep Discord under my channel. So let me get that for you as well. There you go. Is it Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
Did I say something different?
No, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's definitely Wednesday.
Oh, I see. CFA says, "Do not mislead people."
That's just a good. I guess it's a general principle to live by. Don't mislead people.
That's a great principle to live by. That is absolutely a great principle.
I'm misleading people with this brownish green hair that I got going on right now. I don't know what is going on.
It's that new barber, man.
Definitely not. I mean, I don't know if I did kind of take a nap in the chair. I don't know if he sprayed some stuff in my hair, but I'm gonna have to go back to my old barber.
I mean,
that's what happens. You don't cheat on your barber. I've been with my barber for 17 years, so it is weird going to somebody else. But hopefully it looks good.
Dang, how far away is your barber for a drive?
About 45 minutes.
Is it worth it though?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna go back to him every once in a while,
Okay.
just because build a relationship with somebody like that, right? Even if I don't need the cut, I could go to somebody else to get a cut. The conversation isn't the same. So
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Every once in a while, go down there. It's worth a drive to catch up with someone that you've been going to for over 17 years. Dang.
it's been longer than that. How old am I? I started going to him when I was 14. It's longer than that. Wow, it's over 20 years.
Time goes by fast, man.
Yeah, it does.
Wow. Wow. All right, we're starting to see these markets pick up now. Let me zoom in here. Got to zoom into I always have to have a 100 tick chart. See if we can manage this. Not liking that bounce. We'll see. Where's Jaren at? Jaren, if you're watching, if we get that sweep higher and then sell off, I don't know.
Jaren waited for you and Barron to get stopped out last night, right? Here we
sure
go.
Did.
Shanghai's open.
Though. That's awesome. We'll get some music going, and we'll see how this trade plays out. Gotta manage it. Manage it. Scale in, scale out. Are you seeing anything on that side, Jay?
Not yet. Let me pull up. I might get signed out of TopstepX, so keep your screens up. But I'm gonna pull up a chart and see if there's any volume trading around here.
I have whenever I'm short the market, I have a
You gotta play that song.
Yeah, it worked last night. Let's see if we get it working tonight. Wrong song for sure. This is a short song, Jay. This is the short song. Whenever we're short. See if we get pushed down. My target's going to be these lower 70s. So like 71. 71. We're getting it so far. I like that we're not
really
breaking over those 80s.
Looking good. We got settlement 68.10 in gold. Richard Harris is short the NASDAQ right now. Richard Harris, when do you start trading the NASDAQ? I thought you were an S&P trader.
I thought he was an S&P trader as well.
All right, Chad, if I get one more comment about my hair, I'm doing the rest of the show with my camera off.
I know. That got me. That was a good one. Go back to the 200 res, the blurry J. They'll never know. They'll never know.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get it. Let's get it, gold. Let's get it. That's not, yeah. Hey, let's see. We get these runs. We gotta get these runs. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. I clicked the wrong button. There we go.
Good. There was a big seller this morning. About 300 contracts. 80% of that negative delta. Right in this range here. 80s, 80 half down to 88s, 78s. So looking pretty good. So far, if that holds.
Yeah. Question, Jay. Jay, while we're watching this gold short, have you used those OCO brackets?
I've tested them. I like them. So what I did, let me I can show you.
Yeah, no, you got your charts. I'm curious because I've been testing it on a practice account. I want to make sure I'm used to it on a practice account before I teach it or show it and show trades or even trade it in my XFA here.
Yeah, so what I have set up here are two different brackets. I'll switch over to OCOs. So I have, come back. All right, so I have, why does it keep doing that? All right, two different brackets set up here. One of them I called 400, so I'm risking $400 on any trade, and that's a 2-to-1. And then the way I think I'm going to like using these is scalping adds to trades if they're going in my favor, right? Okay. So let's say I use the $400 or 400 OCO bracket, right? So my risk is gonna be 400, take profit is 800, but I wanna scalp the move in a direction. So let's say I'm trading the NASDAQ. I want to take 5-point scalps or 10-point scalps out of the NASDAQ, but not risk where that initial position is. I'm risking 5 points to get 10 in a trending market. So I'd switch over to the scalp ad that I have here and then just add a contract and maybe scalp it from there. But yeah, there's a ton of different ways. Coach Robert did a class yesterday in Discord on a bunch of different strategies. He said they're going to implement trailing stops for the OCO soon. So a lot more control over your orders for sure.
Got it. I like it. I see some traders in the chat using them. Some like them, some don't. It's optional. It's just another great tool that as traders we could utilize. Man, that's so cool. Man, this platform has came so far so fast, and
it really has, man.
It's just over. Yeah, yes. I'm excited. It's so friendly. It's so user friendly. I trade another platform, and then I'm like, man, I miss Topstep X. I miss Topstep X. Look at gold working. Gold working.
Nice selling here. We didn't even get up to those 85s, but this is looking pretty good here.
We're cooking right here, Jay. We're cooking. I'm looking for like these 71, 72s. If we get those 71, 72s, throw a little party here.
Let's trade. Let's see. Take a look at the tilt. What is it looking like? 54% short, so not too heavy yet.
All right, getting some buyers stepping in. Some buyers. Someone said bounced off the VWAP. Bounced out. It's not only the VWAP. This is a level of, it was resistance. That resistance is starting to become support. So this is a key level here in gold. And I didn't scale into the full position, so we'll see. I might end up just 3 might be my size on this one. If
you have a downside target?
Yes, 70, 71. I might just tighten up my stop loss below or just above 73 if we can break through this resistance. What the heck?
I'm working on my Halloween costume, chat. I'm gonna be a green candle.
A big green candle, like more green on the screen.
Right.
Apple and talks investment and Intel. Yeah, I seen that. Okay, let's get the party started. Go. Let's go.
Oh, some nice selling coming in here.
Oh, give me 1 second.
I like a settlement test. I know your target is 71s, but I like a settlement test. 68.10.
Yeah.
See if we get there.
1 second. I gotta manage one thing here.
Yep. Yeah, you do what you're doing over there.
Just a nice little 5K banger. 5K banger. Yeah, whenever I click over it, it does change charts, which is okay. Man, yeah, let's see if we get these 70s. So far, so good. We broke through that little area of support and resistance. We need to hold and have that follow through, which it's not as volatile as last night. Last night when I was on with Baron, man, there's some moves. There's a lot of moves. In gold, we've seen that volatility. So let's see if we can see more of that. And then we'll start taking a look at some trader stats. Indoor e-gamer, why did we short here? Because we believe, at least me personally, I believe that the market was going to go down.
Oh yeah, I believe the two. I was waiting for 85 test. We didn't get it, but I do like this trade.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever you're in a trade, you wish it just goes straight down, just straight down.
Oh yeah.
Man, last night when me and Baron got in, it went straight to our stop loss. Like
I saw that.
It was not even funny. Like I'm like, this is a wide stop, small size wide stop, and then just straight up. It's like buy, and then straight to our stop loss. It wasn't even. Oh man. All right.
Let's check your position settings and risk settings. This crude oil trade, I really want to be short crude. I don't know if I'm going to take it in both XFAs, but I really want to be short crude here. And that that trailing stop loss locked me out. I set it to liquidate and block, so that account is now locked out for the day. So you said start red, Dakota. That account is going to start red and end red. But, I do like shorts in crude up here. Just on a higher time frame, looking at the daily chart in crude, we've been going range to range.
Let's go.
Nice short here in gold.
Yeah. Yep. Are you seeing anything on your end on gold? Because I'm getting ready to start scaling out of a couple here.
No one really stepping in as far as size on the books. It looks pretty good. There is, where was that? What price was that? 770s, but I know your target is before that.
Yeah, lower 70s.
Yeah, lower 70s. There was some volume that traded there earlier in the day, but outside of that, I think this looks pretty good.
How far do we think we could go? I like those 71.
Order filled.
Ooh, there we go.
So what I wouldn't want to see is a quick flush below 72 here and a pop back up. But yeah, this is a damn good trade.
Yeah, no pop back up. We flush and go. It's the music. Someone in chat says it's the music, chat.
Order filled.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's music to my ears. That order filled. Order filled.
Order filled.
Yeah, that's the music to my ears. We're this is. Let's get one more into the 73.10.
Order filled.
Oh, we can't see. Oh.
Yeah, switch over to your screen.
Yeah. Ooh, wait, let me.
I got a crude oil chart up. I got a
There we
gold
go.
chart up.
There we go. There's your order filled, chat. Got some profits there. I got profits here. Profits here. Profits there. It's your hair, man. That's green all over the place.
Green on the screen.
Green on the screen.
On the screen.
It's slow markets. Slow markets. Opportunities. Time to tighten up that stop loss.
Flush 72s here, and and there is some room. There is some room. Don't want to see a sweep and bounce, but this is a nice trade.
I'd like to see a sweep to 71, and then we could bounce.
Yeah,
After we
this
get through
72
to 71, we
line
can
in the
bounce all
sand
we
here.
want. Yeah.
Kind of.
I gotta stop reading the chat. It's getting me.
Come on, chat. Yeah, this it's closer to 73.
Here,
I guess.
Where'd it go? I gotta delete that one. You're pulling oh dang it. Who's one of my favorite centers that played for the Chicago Bulls?
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman. Got that.
I actually saw Dennis Rodman in LA at Catch. Catch in LA. Was walking out of Catch, and Dennis Rodman was walking in. And he's a big dude. Nice sell there. There we go.
Order filled. Order filled.
It's part of the song at this point. I'm scaling out one at a time. Oh, there's the flush.
Settlement 68.10. MB will show that. It says y'all suck. Maybe today's opposite day.
Maybe it is. I mean, did you just not see me get in this trade? Talk through it before it happened. Enter in it. Execute it in a funded account.
Beautiful trade.
What more do you want? What more do you want, chat?
CFA says I've been short during fast markets. Nice trade.
Nice. Hopefully it was higher than this price, right? J-No's ball.
Should have entered with 15 lots, of course, right?
I know.
That's how I felt about my Nasdaq trade today. I was short from 881s. 15 points of risk. 15
I got in at 10. I got 10 in. It's one of those. Well, Hook says it best, right? When it's going your way, you never have enough on.
Yep.
When it's going against you, you always have too much on. All right, I got a runner. I got a runner on that one. I got a runner on this one.
hold below this candle, man, and this could really start to flush here. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but gold has the potential back down to the 60s, but we'll see.
Obel, almost 7,000. Obel says, "But how much are you up in your personal on this trade?" Yeah, up almost 7. You hear those? Order filled. Going with
You
the beat.
scaling out of that one too?
Yeah. I was short 10 minis, and I scaled out with my final
Nice.
take profit here at what I say. What was the take profit, chat? 71s. Where are we at now?
Nice trade.
All right, 183, one and done. Didn't get full position on the funded account. That's okay. 71. I started in the green today. That leads me to another day in the books.
Nice. Are you on the day show tomorrow?
I can confirm with you in just a moment. But so whenever I get into a streak like this, Jay, it always makes me a little bit nervous. You know, because when will it be red, and can I manage the losses?
Yeah.
Talking about these statistics, once again, it is Wednesday night. Me and Coach Jay, we will be reviewing your traders submitted statistics. If you would like me and Jay to review them, once again, you go in here, you click on share, you copy that link, and you could post it on the Twitterverse and tag me, or you can just post it on the Topstep Discord in my channel. And the channel is in the YouTube chat right there. And put a good description. The better the description, the better it is, right? Where it says, hey, this is what I'm struggling on. Can you please review this? Instead of just like post the stats. You know, the more details, the more in depth you get, the better feedback you can get from Coach Jay and I. Yeah, I think that's as good as it gets right there. I don't want to ask for any more. I'm happy with that result. Jay, if you want to be so kind to go through some of the statistics here. I do have a couple of VIP members that I told them, because they are VIP. They are on my VIP team, so they get treated as such, and I will review their statistics before the general population.
Are you saying you're giving preferential treatment to your VIPs?
That's right, Jay, and hopefully you do the same. I know you would.
Absolutely. All right, I'll take a look and
Order filled.
let you know what I see here.
All right, I'm fully out.
In your Discord, right?
Yeah, I'm fully flat. I am completely flat on everything. $6,500 in that account, and beautiful base hit. And not gonna ask for any more. We got to 71s. It's a zone. It's not exact levels, and that's what we got here. That's what we got. So while you go through that, Jay, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up one of my VIP members, Balders, and you know, this is ups and downs. I always like to review it. He's international, and he tunes into slow markets whenever he can, but he watches the recordings, and I love to hear that, where we have members, especially VIP members, who they might not be able to make the live. They may not be able to make the live class, but they watch the recordings. I see it. I love it. And if you miss, and everybody who is watching this as a recording, shout out to you. You deserve it. There's a lot of likes probably that come in from them. Whenever I ask for likes, they can't like it until after they watch the recording, right? So they get to miss out on participating on some of that unless you submit your statistics early, like Balders did. So let me go through and read this briefly.
Also, real quick before you go through that,
go
Dakota,
ahead.
for the people sharing in the Discord chat, make sure you put like a little, it could be a one-liner, two-liner, so we can pull them up. We try to get to as many as we can, but if they have a little bit more information, it's a little easier for us to kind of filter out. So make sure you put some information there for what you want us to discuss.
Got it. Yeah. So here is the statistics. I'll switch over to my charts. Okay, Balders. This is your first statistics. This is the count. I'm not going to go in depth on what you sent me on this message because I don't know if you want me to share it on screen or not, but you're okay with the stats. So this is a combine. This is your VIP account. You're up $621. This looks like it was just one day. And there's not really much for me to go through this, to be honest. It's hard to judge an account based off of one day. Hopefully you're sharing the correct account. Your second link you sent is not viewable, or you stopped sharing that. But overall, one day in the books. There's not really much to talk about. So maybe the next time we have VIP meetings every Tuesday and Thursday, I'll reach out to you on tomorrow during our next VIP and review this. So as of right now, good work on this. Base hits. The one thing I do like that you are trading, it looks like you are trading micros. I love to see that. There was one trade on the mini, but the rest were micros every once in a while. So I think the consistency needs to be when it comes to sizing. I don't know how you're sizing. That would be a good question for tomorrow's during the VIP. But hey, you have no losing days this month. Great work. Let's take a look. We'll take a more in-depth look tomorrow during the VIP session. But I'm curious to see why 3 minis on one trade and then one micro. So there's definitely a reason why. Need to see some more consistency, I think, on that. What are you seeing, Jay?
I got a quick one here from Handle in your chat. Looking for any insight on risk reward. I don't have a lot to review. Just a quick look over to see if I can improve anything I can improve on. Be careful of putting on a lot of upfront risk right away. You only got 3 days in this account, all positive days. If you look at a day like Tuesday, though, pretty big drawdown, almost $1,500. And that drawdown came from some over leveraged trades, right? You're managing the downside. Something Coach Paul talks about a lot is, for many of us, we're not as bad of a trader as we think we are. We're just over leveraged. You are taking 3-lot minis and risking $200 in the S&P. Could the trade you be looking for actually play out if you took less size on your trades? So nice job being green overall. Understand where that downside limit is for you on this account, and maybe consider trading smaller size and not 3 minis up front to let your trades actually play out a little bit more. Because you're holding on to trades for a decent amount of time. It's just those quick losses, and $200 with 3 lots in the S&P is, somebody could bump into a microphone and you get stopped out on that trade. So just be careful how much risk you're putting on up front.
Someone could bump it. I like that. Yeah. Jerome Powell might bump into a microphone.
Right.
Someone. Hot mic. Oh, man. Market sold off. 100 points. Man. Love it. I agree with everything you said. I think it's similar to what I was referring to on my guy Balders, where more data. Yep. It's hard to look at statistics and have a decent, critique or be able to answer these questions when you have less than a week or 2 weeks worth of data. And I know when it comes to something like that one, Jay, that you just pulled up, if you scroll up, look how much data is there. Like that's.
Oh yeah, this one is Oakla Torch in the chat.
Yeah, that one's beautiful. Win or lose, up money, struggling. I'm just simply talking about how long the account's been open and how much data there is. Because what are we doing when you look at statistics? We are reviewing your trading data. And without a lot of data, you can't make those decisions. It's like the market, right? You hit an all-time high. What do? It's like, you can't really have anything to reference because there's not enough data up here. And now that we're starting to see more market structure, the more data you have to base it off of, the more confident you are on making those decisions. I know you wouldn't want to, talk about sports analogies. Would you like to I'm trying to think of how I want to word this sound without sounding too bad. But if you're a Chicago Bears fan and you own the Chicago Bears or a sports team, would you go out and pay NFL money or loads of money on a brand new starter who you only watched play one game? Heck no, right?
Yeah.
You need to see how they perform during different seasons, different environments, many, many games, so you can make that decision to make those investments. And I know I probably could have had a better analogy than that, but hopefully.
No, that's a great one. Actually, have a story that relates to that. I had a kid when I was coaching basketball who was looking for a D1 scholarship, and he had a coach that offered him a junior college scholarship where she actually sent a ton of players to D1 programs, but they had to go to her college first, which was like an intermediate. And I said the same thing to him. It's like, she gets one sample size of a workout. I brought him to a workout that she had, one workout for an hour, and she offered him a scholarship, right? A partial scholarship, but not the full thing. But she saw you one time, right? Same thing here. Do you want to put all of your, you don't want to overfit the data for 1 day or 3 days, right? You want to see consistency over time if you're asking somebody for an investment. So he didn't take that scholarship. And I'm like, dude, it was one workout.
One workout.
One workout. She offered you $25,000.
Man. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're making technically financial decisions when you place a trade, right?
Yep.
You're putting capital at risk, and you have risk in this market based off a decision, and you're making that decision based off data. So the more data you have, the more confident and the more sound your decisions are going to make. You know what, Jay? Look at this. Look at gold. Look what's gold done.
Did it bounce? What an exit!
Come on. I got to give myself a pat on the back. Not often does this happen. Usually you guys see me take losses, but we went down to those 71s and just bounced. Base hits.
Nice trade there, sir. Oakland Torch, nice stats here. Your big losing day. I like what you said in the chat. You took 2 days off after a big losing day. You're taking a lot of trades. I think you are scalping. It looks like you're scalping minis, and the P&L is working out. Not a lot to say here on the negative side. I do like the assessment of, hey, I had a bad losing day. That was the most trades you've taken in a day in that account, and then you took 2 days off to kind of reassess what you did. Right back on the horse. Sometimes a day like this leads to a bigger day, and then account is gone. So nice recovery there.
Love it.
Nice recovery. Made back that loss and some.
I got a stats. Another one for my VIP team, Investor Z. And this will be the last one for my VIP. I'm going to go ahead and do it just because, like I said, VIP. $1,000, a little bit more data. Like I said, it's the VIP season, so I'm not expecting a lot of data. And so we have about, 10 days maybe, 9 days. $1,000, 1-to-1 risk reward, winning trade percentage. That's all you need, honestly. Look, profit factor, you're making money. You don't need an absurd trading win percentage. You don't need some absurd risk reward. As long as everything's close to 1-to-1 or a little bit above 1-to-1, you're good to go. Winning day percentage, you're not even winning every single one of your days. And this is a great example. I love this. I love this. You have that one bad day. I mean, could you imagine if you had a tighter daily loss limit? That's $1,200. Maybe tighten that daily loss limit up. I can see a lot of your winning days are less than $500, but then your losing day was, double that. So it makes sense that you'd have a day loss limit at $500. A good rule of thumb is usually you want to have your day loss limit to be at least one of your better days, where it's like, if you have a good day, that makes up for your daily loss limit, not where it's like 2 times that. But you're positive, right? That's just something to pay attention to. You don't want to give up a whole week's worth of profit on one bad day. Yeah, there you go. You could see it. One bad day. But still, not too bad of a week, to be honest. Not too bad of a week. You're only finished down $300 on that half a week. So far, so good. I'm guessing micros, gold, NASDAQ. I like the consistency in micros. You can see there's 10 of them every once in a while, so maybe you're scaling out, scaling in. Good work here. Good work. In terms of feedback, not a lot of feedback to get until we get some more data on here. A lot of trades in micros. That's something to be paying attention to. That's something I watch, right? Everyone always talks like how many trades you do, how many trades, and yeah, so far so good. Don't worry about having too crazy of a risk reward or too crazy of a win percentage. just keep doing what you're doing. Keep those losses small. And yeah, go ahead. Back to you,
Good
Jake.
stuff. I got another one real quick here from Dude. Should I lower my risk until I pass the combine? Currently, I try to risk around $400 to $500. So, Dude, what I'm gonna say is, you made the adjustment after the first day. Trade the combine the way you're going to have to trade the XFA when you get into it. Came out the gate swinging. 3 lots in the mini Nasdaq, and then 5 lots on that same day. Had a really nice trade to start off with those 3 minis, and then you just push the size, probably trying to hit the profit target in one day. And you can see how quickly over leverage can lead to a down day. Now you're green on all of these days. A lot of times what happens with traders is, especially when you're on a nice streak here, right? 8 days winning, even some trades today that you're winning. A lot of times, Dakota, I think what happens here is when traders get to this point, they forget about all the times where they traded with that same over leverage and had to reset an account or blew an account. Trade in a sustainable fashion, where you said, you're risking about $500 a trade. That is on a $4,500 drawdown. $500 per trade is 12%, a little less, about 10% of about 11% of your full account balance. And that's with one trade. On this first day, you had 3 losing trades in a row. So now you're risking about half of your account drawdown in a day. That's a lot of risk. So, be considerate of the size that you're using. You're clearly putting on some good trades because you're able to even recover some of the bigger losses. But what I would say, and we only have stats for this account, if you've had other accounts like this in the past where you got closer to passing, or you may have lost the account due to over leverage, just consider that. Nice recovery here, though. What are you laughing at, Dakota?
Just chat, man. Chat always. I love it. It's like a love-hate relationship. I love chat all the time. Just the random stuff that people say, it just cracks me up. Is the best. To this is a big shout out to this trader. Quality over quantity, right? 5 trades a day at most. Some days,
yes.
Look at that. One trade, $1,000. 2 trades, $1,300. I love to see that. And be able to find that consistency. I don't know. Is that, let's see, is that micros? Yeah, micros right there.
No, these are,
Okay.
These are micros, but most of these trades, if you look at the bigger P&L, 4 minis, 3 minis, 5 minis.
Nice. And I need to blow it up so we could do like the news, the weather people, the weather with stats, and we could draw on the backboard.
Right.
Or like a Shaq where he jumps into the statistics.
Run to the board.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going here. I struggle with big losses. It's psychology for me. I don't mind taking a loss, but I like to think it's going to turn around. I've passed 6 combines, but have trouble getting to the stage to pull out funds. This is Sunshine Shelly.
Okay.
A lot of trades is the first thing I'm seeing. You may be in micro, but 1,700 contracts traded, 332 trades. In how many days?
That's a lot for. Yeah, that's getting close to a lot, right?
Okay, so each of these trades is 20 micros.
It's consistent.
It's
consistent. You can't argue with that. Some of them are 40, right? So if you jump in with 40 micros at one time, it'd be better just to do minis. I don't know how you're scaling in or scaling out, but there's. And I'm trying to think of how to say this. There's a point to where you need to transition from micros to minis, right? I don't know exactly what that point is. There's no like set of rules like, hey, once you start trading X amount of micros, you need to jump over to minis. We have to discover that ourselves. But to me, anything over 20 micros in a single trade would make sense to be done in minis, maybe.
I
depends
agree.
on how you scale in and scale out. I guess if you're scaling in with like 5 micros at a time, then you like 20 could be okay. But then 40, when I see someone jump in with 40 micros, I have a hard time understanding that one. So especially at this level, right? Maybe there's some more advanced level, like once you've been trading for a while, getting into bigger positions and holding it in micros where you can scale in, scale out with some more advanced strategies. But I have a hard time seeing that with newer traders where you could justify more than that. I mean, you are even if you are copy trading, right? What if you copy trade and you jump in with 40 micros? That's, 40 times 5. That's a lot. Right?
Yeah.
200 micros. And the commissions, that's when you start talking about commissions, right? How expensive it is. And then is there enough liquidity there in the micros? So that's a deeper conversation. But as of right now, that's consistent. And I don't think they're getting out with. Are they
No,
getting out?
it's all in, all out trades for the most part. I think this scales are 20, right? So it looks like, and it's kind of hard to tell because there's so many trades here. I'm trying to look at the timestamps, but it looks like, yeah, like this right here is 20, 40, 60, and they're all getting out at the same time. So now you're long 6 minis.
Okay.
80. Yeah. Okay. So this is a lot of leverage. We're talking about 10 minis at this point.
Okay.
And you're taking quick scalps on it. Again, you're green, so it's kind of hard to argue with it. But the one thing I did see this trader say is that you have a hard time taking. Where was that? Where's that message? I struggle with big losses. It's psychology for me. I don't mind taking a loss, but I like to think it's going to turn around. That kind of contradicts itself. If you don't mind taking a loss, you don't go with the mindset of, I think this is going to turn around. You just accept that you're wrong on a trade and you could always get back in. If you struggle with big losses, what probably happens is you think that the market is going to validate what you're looking for. And then the market just says, I'm just never going to validate that trade. And then that's when it's hard, right? That I can get it back mindset is a good mindset to have. But at some point we got to accept defeat, right? On a trade, just to be able to think clearly about the next trade. If you think that you can turn every single trade around, there is going to eventually be a time where you have to take a loss. Dakota, you're on a 30-day win streak right now. At some point you're going to take a loss.
Yeah. Yes. And the question is just how big, right? Is
Right.
it going to be? And you don't want it to be so big it's going to wipe out a week or blow your account. So
Yep.
Daily loss limit is there for a reason. There's, trust me, myself included, been on a nice win streak, and in one day you just lose that entire win streak and then plus some, or just blow an account. It's very easy to do. It's ego, it's emotions, just not wanting to take that loss. I know.
And we are talking from experience here.
Yeah, we've been there,
Talking
man.
from experience here.
And the team says it all the time, right? One of the hardest things to do as a trader, it's not winning big, it's not winning small, it's not losing big. It's just being done for the day with a small loss. That's hard. Anybody could lock out with plus 200. Anybody could lock out with plus 2,000. Anybody could lock out with a daily loss limit. But it's definitely more difficult to just, hey, I'm down $100. I'm done for the day. It's so hard. Or at least just cut a trade
really
off like that.
It really is. I had a P&L day of like $87 or like $120, something like that, on at the buzzer, and somebody's like, how did you stop and not try to go for $150 just to be eligible for a payout? And it's a hard thing to do. It's like, oh, what's another $30? But that's such a monetary focused thing that I'm just like, nope. As soon as I start thinking like that, I don't care what it is, I'm locking out, because I'm going to try to force the market to give me a trade that may not be showing up because I need $30. It's okay. I'll get it tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. There's always tomorrow. Real quick, let's go through some hashtag slow markets. I'm going to go ahead and get the jams going for a second. We'll do an update on these markets here. So real quick update on the markets. Do hashtag slow markets. If you want to go through some more, Coach Jay, or take a break. Look at gold. Gold is, we had that bounce back up to 78, and we are pushing lower once again. So shorts are still getting paid. We are down to that 71 evens, breaking down into those 3770s here in the NASDAQ. Let's take gold. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. I'm happy to be trading gold here during slow markets because the NASDAQ has not done anything. We just kind of went sideways, drifting up and to the right. Let's go take a look at these other markets while we have a moment. Oh man, crude oil not doing anything at all. We just looks like we spiked up to 64, almost $65 a barrel, and right back down. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin. If you're a Bitcoin trader, we are seeing a sell-off here in the coin of bits. 114,000. Yeah, I have that joke quite a bit. The Bitcoins, nice little sell-off here. Let's see, how much? Only down 0.5%. Nothing too crazy. Any other markets that you're watching, Coach Jay?
I have not taken a look at the market in a little bit. Let me take a look at what crude is.
Okay. Yeah, you go through that.
I like crude shorts. With a stop above 65. It was a trade I already took. I already took a loss on it, so I have to decide whether or not I'm going to take it in this account as well. But that's really the only thing I'm seeing that it's a definitive trade. Right now in the NASDAQ, I'm kind of looking at this 24,800 level. I would not be surprised if we're trading there tomorrow morning before all this data comes out. That's my line in the sand for the NASDAQ. I'm going to leave it for tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree. There's that nice big consolidation that we had during the New York session, New York Open today during the New York session. It is Thursday's price action, and we do have unemployment claims out tomorrow. We also have a few other pieces of data, and then Fed speakers. So we will see some volatility tomorrow in the markets, and then again on Friday. So this week is just getting started. It was kind of a light week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but Thursday and Friday were the big pieces of news. Unemployment claims has a magnifying glass on it, meaning that it's showing an elevated level of importance due to Fed and the rate cuts and eyeing the jobs market. Big shout out to you, Nick Dobie. When are you going to coming on? When are you going to coming on? Last time I invited.
Don't come in the chat.
Hey, last time I invited you on, he ditched me. So I'm going on a boat.
He said he was watching Netflix.
I'm not going there. But other than that, let's get through some of these hashtag slow markets that traders has been submitting. Like I said, once again, you can submit them through Twitter. Just tag me in it. Or there is my Instagram. Whenever I'm on TopstepTV, that's where I give updates. Jay, I know you've been active. I've been going through and watching and enjoying them. Short with me. So hopefully that worked out for you, Charlie Markets. I like that setup, Mac Trader. Got the calculator over there doing the math. Don't have to depend on that. I like this is something I need. I need the soundproofing cubes here in my office. Like that monitor too. So great work. Short with me. Not because of my signals, because of your own process. Now, Edris over here. Coach CBA, hashtag slow markets. Combine passed on gold in 2 nights. Great work. Great work. Here's some screenshots. This one looks to be a GIF, a little recording here of you trading the combine, a 50K combine. And is this going to hit your take profit? Did you record you hitting your take profit here? Yeah, nice. Take profit filled, combine passed. Oh, that's a good feeling. File that and keep that as memory whenever you have a down day. Just remember you can get back there. And you even posted the welcome email. The welcome email. Congratulations, passed the combine. And that was at the same time, right? And even if you wanted, you could activate the XFA, but I'm going to give one recommendation. Just give it a little time. Sit on it. You don't need to trade the XFA immediately. Trust me, I've been there. You get a brand new XFA. You don't have to trade it so fast. And then again, here is Grip South Florida doing some reading while watching the start of the show. Hashtag slow markets. Long gold 37.77. Hopefully that worked out for you. I know this was at the beginning of the show. At the beginning, we did have a little bit of rally. Best loser wins. Talking about, we say that a lot, right, Coach Jay? We talk about how important it is just to cut those losses. I was happy to do that today when I was buying the NASDAQ during the New York session and we kept selling off. I managed to keep those losses small and ended up having a couple nice winners later on in the afternoon that leaded to a green day. And I see it all the time. Those that could cut those losses short end up coming out better off, right? Easier, lighter, what do you call it? Not as deep of a hole to get out of on that. And then looks like we have one more. This one is.
You have more stats?
No. One more.
Slow markets.
Hashtag slow markets. Came from Discord.
Whoa, look at that.
I mean, wow. That is one heck of a setup. How many monitors? 5, 6, 7?
I see 7 there.
7 monitors. That's
maybe 8. Is that one in the top left? Is that off? Is that
I don't know. That's either a monitor or some type of board. That's one heck of a setup. That's the same keyboard and mouse that I have, though.
What video game is that they're playing? What is that?
Is that The Last of Us? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Huh. That's quite the setup. I like it. All right, Jay, that's all I had for hashtag slow markets for now. I'll pass it back off to you and turn down the music.
All right, I got one from, I think it's A-Time. They posted this in my Discord chat, also in yours. This is after 2 resets. I lost a lot of XFAs. I make big money and lose it all. My weakness is can't exit trades when I'm in the red. So I did a little bit of a dissecting the trade here. So I want to look at the 16th. Now, this is an account where you are in the profit right now, up $4,700, eligible for a payout. So if you've never taken a payout from Topstep, I would suggest maybe taking one. You cleared the buffer already. Maybe you did take a payout. Okay, it looks like you did take a payout.
Okay.
Because this is a drawdown here that was more than the account balance. Okay, so you did take a payout. So you said in the chat, I have a hard time taking losses. This is why. This account is green. Look at this Tuesday. There was a point in this day where you said, I don't give a F what happens. I'm either going to blow this account or and there's no in between. Dakota was just talking about cutting off losses. It sucks. Dakota, you like losing? You took a loss today, your personal account. You posted it.
Yeah, I did. I did. It did not feel good. No, it's hard, man. It really is. And it's an ego thing. It's an emotional thing. I go through it. Everyone goes through it. That feeling of, the market's going to come back. Or, if I can make it up just a couple more trades or just increase the size and just one winner will get it all back.
Was that
scary
drawdown in this case 90% of your account balance?
No. Thank goodness. No. I mean, it was 50,000. I was $50,000 in the red. But
right.
That was nowhere near.
It's all relative, right? It's a game of percentages.
Correct.
In this case, for A-Time, you were completely okay with losing this account, and that's why you blow XFAs. You're in a great spot right now where you have this account balance at $4,700 and you've taken a payout. But days like this are what you have to avoid. And I like to see that you journaled it, so you know that this is something that you have to try to avoid doing. Shout out to you for even getting from down 3,300 to closing the day down 900, but that was 90% of your account, right? It's a game of percentages at the end of the day. If you had a $1 million account, and we got to think about it this way, are you going to let it draw down 90% before you say, hey, you know what? I got to fix some things. It's a lot. So just consider that. But other than that, nice recovery. You definitely slowed down since that day. Not seeing a ton of size on these trades. So good recovery. But just be careful of that, right? And you said it in the chat yourself. You have a hard time on days like this. Do what you can to avoid it. Set a personal daily loss limit. Make sure you're not over leveraging it in your trades. Maybe take some better quality trades to kind of try to avoid that. Oh, and I said I did some chart analysis here. Pull this up real quick. So okay. This was the trade you were in. Let me clear this up.
Man, look at this level of experience you get. Jay out here charting your trades.
So you were short in an uptrend. We could talk about what your technical analysis is. I'm seeing a pretty strong uptrend here, but hey, if you have a reason to short it. But you got short one contract. You sat in that trade for about 45 minutes. It didn't give you any favorable price action. And then you added another contract to that short. Those got stopped out. You lost about $1,200. And then, you went into the night. You closed it out. Actually, you lost more than that. You lost about $2,200. And then in the morning, you went long. Don't mind going long, right? Anytime we review trades, we want to try to avoid saying, hey, this is how you could have won that trade, or this is where you could have done to not lose that trade. Everyone's going to win. Everybody's going to lose at some point. You had $2,200 of drawdown already in the overnight session, woke up the next day and then said, you know what? I got to get it all back. I'm going to take 3 contracts on this next trade. That's where we have to try to avoid, right? You're going to be wrong, and everybody's going to be wrong. But if that wrong is going to cost you your account, then we got to assess what we're doing. But But again, nice recovery.
Yes. Yep. Nope. We're all going to be wrong. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And then how much money you're going to lose when that happens. Then it's always that thing is like, if I would have just cut it out sooner, then it would have been a lot easier to tomorrow when I wake up and I start trading again. That's not going to hang over your head. And then just have that short-term memory. If you have a bad loss like that, short-term memory, move on to the next, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? You learn from it, move on to the next. The next trade is gonna, like, they don't care about what happened in the past. The market doesn't care.
No, it does not. Man, we have so many submissions. Unfortunately, guys, we can't get to all of them. We got about 10 minutes. Dakota, your show. What do you want to do?
Ooh, man, yeah. I mean, time goes by fast when you're having fun. What a slow market session. We had a banger of a gold trade. Reviewed statistics. Went over that. Went over this. Went over that. Man, what a day. Tomorrow, Coach Jay, it's Wednesday. Of course, you are on opening call. We have unemployment claims. I'm going to stress that. That's a big news event tomorrow. So let's go ahead and switch over to my charts. There is initial jobless claims. Yeah, I'm saying that. Let me correct it. Initial jobless claims. We have U.S. GDP. We have U.S. durable goods. And then we have a couple other data. It's not extremely important, but man, speakers. Look at all these speakers throughout the day. So like you said, you might have been joking. Someone might bump the mic and your stop loss will be hit. Anything that one of these people will say, the market might react 5 or 10 points in any direction without any logic, right? Very irrational. Oh, well, market just had a, we call them, like we say, tape bomb. Like it just jumped up 20 points for whatever reason. Well, maybe Williams might have said some random thing that the market reacted off of, right? So paying attention to that is very important. Tomorrow, Thursday, and then of course, once again, Friday, we have inflation data, consumer spending in the morning. This is 7:30 a.m. Central. And then a couple more speakers before the weekend, which, I mean, next 2 days, it's going to be good. It's going to be busy. And then, of course, market update, gold continuing to sell off. If only we had a runner is always the saying when the market keeps going in the direction after you close it for profit. I think this is a thing. The market's going to always leave you unsatisfied. Whether you're not going to be getting in at the exact best price, and you're never going to be taking your profits and at the exact bottom, right? The market's always going to have you leave more on the table, so to speak. It's like, oh man, I could have got a lot more. Well, that's just how trading works. You just need to be happy with just catching a piece. It's like, if this market just continues to sell off all the way down here, it's like, I got a piece of it. That's all I wanted. That's all you could do. As traders, that's all we hope for. Every once in a while, we might have an amazing entry, an amazing exit, and be happy. But just catching a little bit of a piece. I know Mick. Whenever I hear that, Mick, one of our main risk managers here at Topstep, was on the show. Beautiful mustache. That's the characteristic that when he's on Topstep TV, he'd say the same thing all the time when reviewing traders in the live account. Catching a piece of the trend. That's what some of the bigger traders here at Topstep always do. Catch a piece of the trend. Catch a piece of the trend. You're not going to catch the exact bottom. You're not going to catch the exact top most of the time. Just catching the piece of the trend. And then I will be on with you tomorrow, Jay. We're doing Rising Stars.
Nice.
Me, you, and Carlos at 11:15 a.m. Central Time. But you got that opening call. Mandy and Deanna. So girls are going to take over the fast market tomorrow. Mandy and Dee with Hogan, Jack, and Andre, of course.
That should be a good show.
Yeah. One question for you, Jay.
What's up?
What is your opinion on this? So I shared this, and this is I shared my socials. That's why I tell traders to follow me, because some of the stuff is relevant. I talk about here as well. Day trading, this is the headline. It says, day trading is about to get easier for small retail investors. The Financial Industry Regulatory Authority has approved amendments that would replace the long-standing $25,000 minimum equity rule for pattern day trading. What is your thoughts on that before we come to a conclusion here tonight?
It's a trap.
Okay.
I'm serious, man. I'm serious. Just that headline alone. Who wrote that headline? It's going to become easier to enter, but
Small and retail investors.
easy,
I don't know.
easier to enter the markets, but not easier to succeed in the markets at all. Just because we're lowering the barrier to entry, you don't lower the barrier to entry because you want more people to succeed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not how that happens. I think if anyone is at a point where you're considering, do you want to start your own personal account at some point? Absolutely. If you're at the point where you're considering, hey, this rule is changing, so now that gives me easier access to the markets. That's why prop firms exist. Now that PDT rule applies to stock trading, where most futures brokerages are going to have a margin requirement that you can have to trade, and you could start a futures account with $500.
I also believe options too. Now
Options as well, right? Stocks
Yeah.
and options. There are some stock, and I'm not going to recommend any because I don't work with any, but there are some stock trading, and look at gold. There are some stock trading prop firms out there. And again, should you be spending 25 grand on prop firm challenges? Probably not, but easier is an interesting word to use there.
Well, you know why they put the pattern day trading rule on, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that it was due to the 2000, like the .com bubble, right? There's so many accounts being blown and then so much risk on there. That would be the reason. I'll have to double check, but that was my understanding of my fondest memory. Okay, I remember the pattern day trading rule because when I was learning how to trade almost 15 years ago, that was a big thing. I didn't have enough money. I didn't have $25,000 to put in my account. I'm like, oh, this is such a stupid rule. And then I remember doing some research. I'm like, oh, actually that does make sense. If I put $1,000 in my personal account, all I could lose is $1,000. Well, no. You could lose more than that, especially if we have a limit up or limit down day and you happen to get in right for the limit and we, gap in any direction. It's like, well, the most you could lose is $1,000. No, I have my personal experience with it where I'm trading and the most I thought I could lose was like, say, I talked to Jack with this. I'm like, okay, most I can lose if I blow my account is $10,000. Well, I lost $12,000. And so I had a margin call. I had to send my broker an extra $2,000. I'm like, that's so insane to me. How? Why couldn't you have just closed it or liquidated? It's like, we did. And when you liquidate it, you liquidate at market, and the next available market price was just, that much of a difference. You lost. You owe us. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, now it makes sense why they have that rule. But there's always pros and cons with everything. I think it's great for new traders that might have that understanding. Lower barrier to entries can be good. It's a double-edged sword.
It can be, for sure.
For every pro, there's a con, I think. It's going to be interesting. I'm curious on what Jack and the team has to say on it tomorrow. Jack always has some great insights, so I'm curious if the team's going to be touching base on it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure Jack has Jack is going to talk about it for sure.
Yeah, that is for sure. Any last words for you then before we just finish it up here?
We got a bunch of data out tomorrow before the market opens. Remember, with any of this data that comes out, you do not have to try to guess where the market is going to go. If you're in a trade already when the data comes out, understand what your risk is. But if you are waiting for the clock to hit zero and then placing a trade on a guess, it's probably not great risk management. Whatever you do, have a repeatable process for it. Manage your risk. We will talk to you all tomorrow.
Yes, and before I go, everyone, just hit that like button and just hit it. If you liked it, hit it. If you don't like it, just hit it anyway. So take care, everybody. And I will see you for the Rising Stars, Jay. And I'll see everybody tomorrow for Slow Markets.